Knees touching, feet about hip bone width apart. Allowing yourself to breathe in and out. Noticing how the rhythms of your breath change as you remove any other distractions that are around you. Arms are out to the side, either facing the ground or facing up in the air, whatever's comfortable. Doing our best to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. If that's not possible, mouth breathing is fine too. Noticing if it fills up your chest space or belly space or back space. Taking a few breaths to fill up each one of those at different times. With your arms out to the side, make like a snow angel and bring them up over your head as far as possible. Maybe like a nice wide V. My blocks are in the way. And when they get to the point where they're as far as they can go, really stretch the fingers forward. You're going to feel the lower rib cage lift towards your chin. The shoulders are going to creep up a little bit. Just stretch those hands. They might not be reaching the ground. And on the exhale, you just sort of release them back. Inhale, you stretch them up. Exhale, you stretch them back. And then snow angel the arms back down to the side again. Separate the knees at the top. Begin to windshield wiper them back and forth. And when you're ready, drop the legs over to the left, settling in here. Knowing that if you need a block underneath that left leg, that you can place a block there. If it's comfortable for you, you can lift up that left leg and place it on top of the right thigh. Gives a little bit more stretch in that hip opener. And then just like again, the snow angel arms, bring that right arm up overhead and feel the full body stretch from the top of those right fingers all the way down through the right hip, sending the breath into that right hip space. Feeling the right rib cage rise and fall. If it's not comfortable to bring your arm all the way up, you can always leave your arm out to the side or down at the bottom. Taking one more inhale here. Release the left foot if it's on top of the right thigh. On the inhale, bring the knees back up to center. Release that right arm down if it's up, and then drop the knees over to the right. Reminding ourselves that it's okay if our body's not even on both sides, making adjustments that are needed. Maybe you need to wiggle that left foot forward or left foot back. Maybe you put a block underneath the right leg. Maybe you lift that right leg and put the foot on top of the left thigh, giving a deeper stretch in that left hip. If it's comfortable for you, if it's capable for your shoulders, snow angel that left arm up overhead. Bring it close to the ear. Breathe into the left side body, feeling the left rib cage rise and fall. Reminding yourself not to stretch too far. Yoga is all about finding that appropriate edge. Something that's a challenge, but that you can maintain. Go ahead and release that right foot if it's attached, if it's on top of the left thigh. And bring the left arm down. Inhale the knees back up to center, and then bring them into the chest. Use your hands to place on top of your knees. Give them a tight squeeze, and then relax. And take a moment here to rock from side to side, massaging those lower back muscles. Maybe spinning a few circles. If you circle one direction, make sure you circle the other direction. Returning to center, dropping the arms out like a T, keeping the legs together, engaging the core muscles, and drop them on over to the left. Again, remember, if you need a block underneath them, go ahead and put a block or a pillow underneath. Your upper shoulders should still be on the mat. If you need to lower the feet, go ahead and lower the feet, whether they are below the hips or above the hips, whatever's comfortable for you. The goal is to keep the feet together, knees together, shoulders on the mat, feeling a lower back twist. Sending breath into the back space, feeling the back of the body expand. Taking one more breath here. Then with the next inhale, engage those core muscles, those lower abdominis muscles. Bring the knees back up to center and drop them over to the right. Again, making adjustments as are necessary for your body. Kicking your flip-flops out of the way. Shoulders should remain on the mat. Feet and knees remain together. Looking for a lower back twist. Breathing into that lower back area. Giving it energy and life. Taking one more breath here. Then on that next inhale, engage those lower abdominis muscles. Bring those knees back up to the center. Drop the feet back down to the mat. Cross the left foot over the right knee, figure 4. Use the left hand to push the left knee away, really feeling the opening in that left hip space. Holding still here or rocking side to side. See how that feels on your hips. If your arms are a little too short, feel free to put a block in between your hand and your thigh. It helps make them longer. Return to center. Lift the right leg up. Maybe support that right leg with the right hand. Continue to press the left hand away. The closer you pull that right knee in, the more you should feel it in your left butt. Again, holding here or rocking side to side. Returning back to center. Drop the right foot down on the mat. Cross the left foot all the way over eagle legs. Send the arms out wide like a T. Drop the knees over to the right. You should feel the twist in a slightly different location along the back now. You should feel a little bit more in that left hip area. Use a block underneath if you need, but again, keep those shoulders against the mat. Inhale, bring the knees up through center. And exhale, drop them over to the left. Inhale those knees back up through center. Extend the left leg up to the sky. Point and flex the toes. Make a few circles. Make sure you reverse the direction of your circle. Extend the right leg long and place the strap around the left foot. Strap should be on the ball of the foot. Okay. Hands on either side of the strap. Reaching up. And just slightly pull forward. See how far forward you can bring that left leg before your hamstring starts to shake. As soon as your hamstring shakes, you back off. Trying not to bend that knee. How far forward can you bring it? Reminding yourself to breathe, not focusing on the stretch, but focusing on the breath. Release that left leg back up to the top. Holding the strap in the left hand, close to the foot as you can get it. Drop the right arm to the side and let the arm and leg just fall with gravity to the left. Feel that opening in the left groin area. Let gravity do its work here. There's no work for your leg or your arm. Everything's just kind of hanging. The right arm's out to the side as a counterbalance so that you don't roll off the mat. The two shoulders are still on the mat. Your lower back is still on the mat. The right foot is extended, but it's not flopped to the side. Make sure those toes are pointed up and active. You can tighten or loosen the strap based on the comfort level of your leg. If you think you can bring it up closer to the side of your face, so then knock yourself out. I'd love to see it. Or if you need to bring it closer to the right foot, that's fine too. On the inhale, engage the core muscles. Feel your belly button come into your spine. Really engage those core muscles and bring that left leg up. If you bring the left leg up without engaging the core, you risk hurting your lower back. Switch hands. Place the right hand on the strap, send the left hand out long. Let the left leg drop to the right. Maybe you can get the leg all the way down, maybe you can't. Maybe you need to let the left leg fall closer to the right foot to get it to the ground. It doesn't matter. You can drop it on a block or whatever other item is around you. Still trying to keep those shoulders against the mat. Allowing that hip to twist from a different angle. Engage those core muscles. Bring that left leg up again on the inhale. Release the strap. Using the first two fingers of your left hand, bind your left big toes, bend that knee in. Your right leg is still extended. If you need to bend your right leg in, you can, but keep extended if possible. Bend that left knee in towards the armpit. Your arm should be on the inside of your knee. And just try if you can to straighten it. You might not make it very far. Using that toe. As soon as it starts to shake, you have to back off a little. Bend the left knee all the way into the elbow, release the bind. Place your hand on the left knee. Really feel that compression between the left hip area. Breathing into that compressed space, allowing it to squeeze nice and tight. It should not be comfortable. It should be an uncomfortable position. We take our deepest breath in, and on the exhale, we send the leg long. We can stretch the arms overhead, but we should feel that relief of the compression that we had just created. Take a full body stretch. And side out. Go ahead and bend the left foot back on the mat. Extend the right leg up in the air. Point and flex the toes. Maybe spin the foot around and cross that right foot over the left leg. Using your right hand, press that right leg away, opening up that hip space. Reminder that we can always use a block there if we don't have enough length in our hands. Remaining still or rocking side to side. I personally feel this stretch best around like the 2 o'clock position here. My right foot around the 2, 3 o'clock position. I really feel it in the right piriformis, right in that knot area where all those muscles come together. Return to center and lift that left leg up. Use that left hand to support the left knee if needed. Right hand continues to press the right thigh away. The closer you bring that left knee in, the more compression, the more stretch you'll get along those right gluteus muscles. Hold here or rock from side to side. Maybe a few hip circles one direction or the other. It's whatever feels good, and you don't know what feels good until you try things. If you've never rocked side to side, now's a good time to try to rock side to side. If you've never tried to do a hip circle, well then try to do a hip circle. And eventually you're going to feel that moment where you're like, oh, that's it, right there. I feel it right where I need to feel it. And you just let it hang. Return to center. Drop the left foot down to the mat, extend the arms out to the side, cross the right leg all the way over. On the exhale, drop the knees to the left, feeling that eagle twist. Breathing into that right side body, feeling the right hip. Knowing that if you need to put a block or a pillow underneath those knees, it's okay to do so. The goal is to keep the upper body flat against the mat. Engage the core muscles, bring the knees up through center. And exhale them over to the right. The weight of the right leg is pulling on that left leg, opening that left hip space just a little bit more. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Extend the right leg up in the air. Point and flex the foot, rotate it around. And when you're ready, grab your strap, place it along the ball of the foot. Extend the left leg if it's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable, leave the left leg bent. The left leg remains strong and active. Toes are pointed up in the air. Arms are on either side of the strap. Gently pull the right leg forward, noticing if you can get it as far or farther than the left leg. Maybe it doesn't go as far. As soon as that leg starts to shake, you have to back off. There can be a slight bend in the knee, but we're letting the weight of our hands do the work here. Release that right leg back a little bit. Use just the right hand on the straps and the left arm long like a T. Drop the right leg and right arm over to the side, really opening up that right groin area. Keeping the rest of the body flat against the mat. That left leg is active. I seem to have shifted on the porch from my shin down. It's now hanging off the deck instead of staying on my mat. But that's all right. A little extra work for the day. Allowing gravity to do the work on the right side. Placing a block or pillow underneath if it's needed, if it's more comfortable. Bring that right leg up through center, making sure those core muscles are engaged. Switch it with the left hand, then drop the right arm to the side and the right leg over to the left. This is not a common way to twist. It's not something we do in our daily life, but it's certainly something that counteracts many of the things we do. Bring that right leg back up to center. Release the strap. Use the first two fingers of your right hand, if you can, to bind those right toes, bending them into the chest. See if you can straighten the right leg. Bend that right leg back into the armpit. Use the right hand to really compress the right leg in. Maybe put the left hand on there too, why not? You want it outside the rib cage, so your thigh muscle should be outside your body. Nothing should be touching the center mass. It's all on the outside, really compressing that right side space. Putting as much breath as we can into that right hip. It should be uncomfortable. It's as if a rubber band is around that hip area. You're putting as much air in there as you can. We take our deepest breath in. And on the exhale, we send the right leg long, releasing all that compressed air that we just put there. Maybe extend the arms overhead and feel that relief. Scooch back up on my mat here. Bring both knees to the mat. Place your hands on the side. Separate the feet about hip bone width. And on the inhale, we're going to lift our hips up for our bridge. Shining that hip space forward in our Care Bear stare here. Arms are down against the mat. Not really doing a lot of work. You should be able to lift them, but they're there for balance. On the exhale, roll one vertebrae down at a time. Grab your block, if your block is nearby, or a pillow. Place the block between your thighs. Engage those adductor muscles to squeeze that block. Now I got to keep those adductors engaged the whole time. Knees are active, legs are active, hands go back at the side. We take a nice inhale. And on the exhale, we shine those hips space up for another bridge. But now our legs are more active than what they were before because we're squeezing that block. We notice that while squeezing the block, the adductors come engaged, the glutes come engaged, the core becomes more engaged. Maybe we can't lift as high as we did before. On the exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Release the block. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop to the side. When you let your knees drop to the side, do not let that lower back area pop up. The whole point is to reverse that back bend. You should feel that lower back flat against the mat, so maybe your knees need to be higher than you'd think. If I let my knees drop all the way down, my back instantly rolls up. I don't want to do that. Bring those feet back to the mat, knees bent. Place the arms next to you and push yourself up to a seated posture. Once we're in that nice seated posture, we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Reminding ourselves to keep our spine long, like we have that hook and eye on the top of our head, lifting us all the way up to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale, push the air to the side. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead, making sure that those shoulders don't come crunching up to our ears, but they're away. Exhale, bring the right arm down, leaving that left arm extended. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, crescent moon to the right. Shoulders and hips remain square. We're not letting that shoulder fall forward. The left shoulder is not falling forward. We're keeping everything nice and square. Inhale, rise up. Send the right hand out about another hand to the right, crescent moon. Inhale, reach up. Send that right hand out a little bit farther if you can. Maybe the forearm comes to the mat, we crescent moon. Hips are still on the ground. Just gives us a little bit more of a stretch on that left side. Inhale, reach the left hand up, right hand up. Exhale, bring the left hand down beside you. So the left hand is right next to you. We crescent moon to the left. You can probably feel your elbow pressing against your side body. Making sure if you need to that we look up so that we don't roll that right shoulder forward. That right shoulder needs to remain square. Inhale up. Send that left arm out about another hand and crescent moon to the left. Inhale, right hand up. Send that left arm out as far as it goes. Maybe the forearm comes to the mat. We're really compressing on the left side and extending on the right side. Making sure that right hip doesn't pop up off the mat, really pressing. You should feel it all the way down. Inhale, rise up. Left hand comes up. Exhale, both hands release to the mat. Inhale, bring both arms high. On the exhale, twist the upper body to the left. Drop the left hand behind you. Right hand comes to left knee. So right now the torso is over that left knee. We make sure we sit nice and tall. With every inhale, we sit a little bit taller. And with the exhale, we twist a little bit farther. Looking over that left shoulder if possible. Feeling the inhales in our chest or in our belly, making sure that our shoulders do not come creeping up towards those ears. On the inhale, twist the upper body back. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, the arms come up. We twist the upper body to the right. Hips are remaining square. It's just that oblique muscles that are moving. Right hand drops behind us. Left hand comes to right knee. We're still sitting up nice and tall. And we just twist a little farther. Looking over our right shoulder. Inhale, twist the body back towards center. And exhale, release those hands. One more time, inhale the arms up. This time, place the palms of the hands together, steeple the fingers. Crescent moon to the right. Not as far, it's not going to be as far of a crescent. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent moon to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release those hands. Let's come into our tabletop position. One of my favorite yoga positions because you can do a lot here in this yoga pose that we do standing, or we do so in tabletop. Reminder that if it's sore on your knees, feel free to take the lower part of your mat and fold it in so that your knees now have a little extra cushioning. So if it's tough on the knees there, you want a little extra cushioning, you can have it. Toes are flat behind, hips are on top of the knees, shoulders are on top of the wrists. Back is flat. On the inhale, we drop the belly and we lift the chest for our cow, rotating those hips up. On the exhale, we round everything out like a cat. Inhale, we cow. Exhale, we cat. One more time. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Then return to your neutral tabletop. Extend the left leg behind you. Leave the toes on the ground. Feel the stretch out through the heel. Feel like there's something pulling on the back of your heel. You should feel a pretty steep calf stretch here. We're still looking about 6 inches in front of our hands. If we look down, then our whole body shakes down. We don't want to do that. We want to look out front of those hands as we stretch out through that heel. Shift forward just a little. Lift the left leg behind you. Point the toe. Lift the leg higher. Arch the back. Kind of like a cow with the leg up in the air. Return to neutral spine. Drop that left leg. Extend the right leg behind. Toes remain on the mat. Press through that heel. Feel the stretch through the back of that right heel. Eyes are gazed about that 6 inches to a foot in front. Try not to sink into those shoulders. If you notice you sunk into the shoulders, lift yourself back up. Shift forward a little on the toes. Lift the right leg. Point the right toe. Arch the back, look up. This is our Dekasana position when we think about doing our flying airplane. This is Dekasana in our tabletop. Return the right knee. Return to tabletop. Separate the knees a bit. Bring the knees all the way out to the edge of the mat. Keep the toes together. Sit back, wide-legged child's pose. Keep the hands active out in front. Feel the body sit towards the back. Rest the head, rest that forehead on the mat. And then if you can, it's going to depend on what your body allows you to do, take your left hand and see if you can place it on your left sacrum. Just push on that area. Push it back a little bit. Then return the left hand to the mat and then take the right hand and push on the sacrum. You're not really doing much other than just reminding your backside that it's pushing back towards the toes. You're giving yourself a little extra space in those back muscles. Return the hands to the front. If ever you feel yourself creeping up in your child's pose, sometimes our hips have a tendency to come up in our child's pose. Just think about how that felt. If I was there in front of you, I could come around and put my hands on your sacrum and help you with that, but you're a little far away. Walk the hands over to the right. Place the left hand on top of the right. Shift the hips to the left. Crescent moon child's pose. Walk the hands back to center and all the way over to the left. Place the right hand on top of the left. Shift the right hip. Crescent moon child's pose on the left. Walk the hands back to center. Bring the hands in next to your ears. Forearms are on the mat. Press up. Back to your tabletop. Fix your mat if you need to. Extend the left leg behind you. Feel the stretch out through the heels. Lift the left leg up. Keep it flat. Do not arch the back. Extend the right arm out in front. Bird dog here. Feel the stretch from the top of your right fingers all the way out through the bottom of your left toes. Point the toe on the left. Bring the right hand back down to the mat. Bring the left knee back down to the mat. Extend the right leg behind you. Keep the toes on the mat. Stretch out through the heel. Lift the right leg. Keep the back straight. Point the toe. Extend the left arm. Feel that stretch on both sides. Exhale, bring the left hand back to the mat. Bring the right knee back to the mat. Extend the left leg out behind you. Press through the heel. Lift the left leg, keep it flat. Kickstand the right leg to the side. spin open, half moon. You really want to make sure that that right knee is like at a 90-degree angle now. My right foot is entirely behind me. I could leave it on the mat, but my balance isn't going to be as good. I want my foot off the mat. My left arm extends, my left foot extends, it's flexed. It's like someone's got me tied at the left wrist and left ankle, pulling me away from the mat. On the exhale, bring the left hand back down, left knee back down, right leg comes in, tabletop. Separate the knees, push back, child's pose, just a brief one. Breathing into the lower back, letting our arms rest just a minute. Inhale, come back up to your tabletop. We gotta do that on the other side. Extend the right leg behind you, stretch it out through the heel. Lift up that right leg, back is flat. You're gonna kickstand the left leg, peeling open the right arm. Half moon on the right, foot is flexed. Fingers are reaching towards the sky. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Exhale, release the right hand to the mat, release the right knee, left knee comes in, push back, child's pose. Inhale, come up through tabletop. Tuck the toes behind you. If you had your mat folded over, take a minute to unfold your mat. Tuck those toes behind you, hover the knees. Feel the core engage through the center. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Your knees are about 2 inches off the ground. Shoulders are away from ears. You're not crunching in. You're allowing yourself to come up. And we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips up nice and high. Up on those toes. And settle in for your first down dog of the day. It is possible that your heels might not touch the ground on our first down dog, although we did a good bit of hamstring and leg stretches before we got going here, so you might be surprised. You can keep your feet close together. You can make them hip bone width. Some people like to go the full width of the mat. It really depends on what you like. Inhale, come up on the toes. Send the hips up nice and high. Pull forward, high plank. Send the hips all the way back. Release the feet to the mat. You know we gotta get a little bit of ab work in here, even though you told me to make it basic. Come up on those toes. Send the hips up higher. Pull forward, high plank. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips up nice and high. Release the heels to the mat. Slowly walk your hands back to meet the feet. Keep your feet about hip bone distance apart. Use the first 2 fingers to bind the first 2 toes. Fold, forward bend. Maybe you can straighten the legs, maybe you can't. Release the bind. Heel toe the feet back together. Bend the knees a lot. Place the hands above the knees. Roll up to standing. Nice strong mountain pose. Chest is shining forward. Hands are a little bit away from the body. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring them to heart center. Inhale the arms up overhead. Use the right hand to bind the left wrist. Crescent moon to the right. Inhale, center. Switch the bind. Crescent moon to the left. Inhale, center. A little back bend. Inhale, center. On the exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Fold all the way forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Place the hands on the mat. Move the feet about hip bone distance apart. Take your hands, place them underneath the feet if possible. Massage out those wrists, bending the knees as you need to. Make sure to drop the head. Release the hands. Bend the knees a lot. Place the hands on the knees. Come rolling up to center. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Legs stay straight, back stay straight, head looks up to the very last minute. We fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Walk the hands back out into your downward facing dog. Come up on your toes. Send the hips up nice and high. Pull forward, high plank. Holding that plank, engaging those abdominal muscles in towards the spine and the belly button. Pull the hips up high. Drop the heels. Look between the hands. Walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Fold, forward, fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Keep the legs straight. Keep the back straight. Send the arms out to the side. Reverse your swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight into the right foot. Take the left foot, keep the toes on the ground, and just place the left heel against the right ankle. A nice low tree. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Grow your tree. Take your thumb and pointer finger, for your yoga mudra, acceptance of self here, and close your eyes. Both feet are on the ground. Do you feel yourself start to shake? If you do, engage those right leg muscles, engage those core muscles. Open the eyes. Can you lift that left leg up a little bit higher? Maybe bring it to the calf. Drop the left hand onto the left knee. Crescent moon, tree. If you need to drop the left foot back down, feel free. Inhale, rise up. Both arms come up. Exhale, release the foot. Drop the hands to the side, about hip bone distance apart. Shake them out like dragon's tails. Return the feet to center. Mountain pose. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shift the weight into the left foot. Pick up the right toes, set the right heel against the left ankle. Modified tree here. Both feet are on the mat. We're nice and strong. Exhale, bring the hands up overhead. Feel the core engage. The whole strength is coming from your core and your left leg. Take a moment to close the eyes. Just 5 seconds of closed eyes. Can you stay steady? Open the eyes. Can you lift the right foot to the left calf? Drop the right hand to the right knee. Crescent moon tree. Maybe you have to drop those right toes, or you fall out like I did and you just pick it back up again. Inhale, rise up. Drop the right foot. Exhale the hands down. Give it one more dragon's tail. Return to mountain. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to a flat back. If you have your blocks nearby, place them there. Place your hands on top of the back on your block. Step your left foot back, runner's lunge. Feel the stretch out through the heel, just like we did when we were in tabletop. Right ankle and right knee are aligned. Hips are square. We use the blocks to get rid of that compression space in the middle. If you need to, you come all the way up on those blocks. They've got 3 heights for a reason. We're looking about 6 inches in front, so we feel a straight line from the very top of our head all the way out through the back of our left heel. Step that left heel in or left foot in just a little bit. Straighten the front leg, pyramid pose. On the exhale, drop the whole body forward. Arching out the back, keeping the knees straight. Inhale to a halfway lift. Bend that front leg. Step the left foot back again. Rise up. Crescent lunge. Shoulders are square, hips are square, shoulders are away from ears. Don't let them creep up. Pinky's a little bit turned in from the thumbs are sort of out the back. Our legs are nice and strong. Drop the back foot 45 degrees. That's the only thing that changes. Now we're in a warrior one. The arms don't change, the front leg doesn't change, the hip doesn't change. All that happened is we move that back foot to a 45-degree angle. You might need to step it out a little bit. I find it's kind of tight on my hips, so I need to take a little bit of a step out. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, open, warrior two. Back foot is parallel to the mat. If I was there, I'd put my hand on the top of your left hip and I'd run it all the way down your foot. So you should feel that line from your left hip all the way down that left foot. Right leg is still at a 90-degree angle. Our hips and shoulders are now open, but they're still stacked. Head is wherever it's comfortable. It might be more comfortable for your head to be in the middle. It might be more comfortable for your head to be looking over your fingers. That's up to you. Try to keep the arms even. Straighten the front leg. Kick the left hip back. Reach as far forward as you can. Come down triangle. If you need to, use the block. If you need 2 blocks, use 2 blocks. Use whatever you need. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, return to warrior two. That back foot is parallel to the mat. Swing the left arm forward, lift up on the back toe. Crescent lunge. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Utkatasana, knees remain bent. Shoulders are away from ears. Biceps are near the ears. Pelvis turns under if needed. Exhale, fold forward, bring the hands through heart center. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to that halfway lift. Place your hands on the blocks. Step the right foot back, runner's lunge. Lift the head. Feel the stretch through the heel. Step the back foot in a little bit. Straighten the front leg. Pyramid pose. Back is currently flat and up. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. Allow the back to round out. Can you get your forehead to your knee? Inhale, flat back. Bend that front leg. Send the right leg back just a little bit again so we have a proper stance. Strength is in that left ankle. Knee is above it. We rise up. Crescent lunge. Slight flexion in that back knee. Hips are square. Shoulders are square. Chest is lifted. Chin is lifted. If you put your chin down, then your whole head's going to come down. Everything's lifted. Maybe if you need to, step those toes out to the right just a little bit, then drop them 45 degrees in the back. Warrior one. The only thing that changed is that foot position. Shoulders are still away from ears. Chest is shining forward. Hips are shining forward. Pinkies are in farther than thumbs. Take a strong inhale. On the exhale, open warrior two. Back foot becomes parallel. Front knee is still bent 90 degrees. Hips are now open. Shoulders are open. Arms are extended. How do your legs feel? If someone came and pushed your shoulders, would you fall over? If you would fall over, then your legs are not strong enough, in the sense that you need to put a little bit more work into those muscles. I'm sure they're strong enough. Make sure that that knee doesn't fall in, that front knee. Straighten the front leg. Kick the right hip back. Reach as far forward as you can for your triangle. Use the block if you'd like. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Sweep the right arm forward, come up on those back right toes. Crescent lunge. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Keep the knees bent. Utkatasana. Bring the hands to heart center and exhale, fold through. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift one more time. Place the hands on the mat next to your feet. Step your left foot back and your right foot back. High plank. Core muscles are engaged. We're looking about 6 inches to a foot in front of our hands. If we look down, the whole body goes down. The butt's not up in the air. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, drop the knees. Untuck the toes. Tabletop position. Extend the left arm out to the side. Thread the left arm under the right. Come down on the back of the left shoulder. Head looks to the right. Can you drop the right shoulder to bring the right forearm down? If you want a bit of a challenge, you can extend the right leg or even lift the right leg. The whole idea is that we're reversing the motion of our left arm. One more breath here. Breathing into that left shoulder, place the right hand next to the face, lift up on the right hand, extend the left arm all the way up. Exhale, release. Extend the right arm out to the side, thread it under the left, bring it all the way down to the mat. Forehead or side of the head comes to the mat, looking left. We're breathing into the back of the right shoulder. Maybe the left arm comes all the way down. We use the gravity of the left to pull on the right. Breathing into that shoulder space. We can hang here. We can extend the left leg. We can lift the left leg. Whatever's comfortable for you. Bring the left hand next to the face. Use the strength of the left hand to lift the body up. Extend the right arm all the way out for a little twist. And exhale, bring it down. Bring the feet out in front of you. And we're going to come to our sit bones. Just like we started in the beginning, feet are flat on the mat. Knees are like just a smidgen apart. We place our hands out in front. And we lower slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, till we come all the way down on the mat. Bring the feet in a little bit closer. Pull the knees into the chest. Hold here or rock from side to side. Keep the left knee in, extend the right leg long. Pull that left knee outside the rib cage. Maybe rock from side to side. And when you're ready, use the right hand to pull the left leg across, then the left arm long for our full body twist. Making sure those shoulders are against the mat. The gaze can be over the left shoulder or up in the air, whatever's comfortable for your neck. Inhale, bring the left knee back up through center. Give it one more tight squeeze. On the exhale, send the left leg long. Bring the arms up overhead like a snow angel. Full body stretch, sigh it out. Bring that right knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Bring the right knee outside the rib cage. Hold it here or rock from side to side. When you're ready, left hand brings the right knee over, right arm extends long, full body twist. Looking over that right shoulder if that is what's comfortable. Keeping those shoulders flat against the mat. Inhale, bring the right knee back into the chest. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Send the right leg long, send the arms overhead, full body stretch. Sigh it out. If you have your block nearby, hopefully you have a nice foam block. I want you to bend your feet in first, and I want you to place your block underneath your bum, underneath those sit bones. And then you're going to extend those legs up in the air, moving the block as is comfortable for you. If you don't have a block, a pillow is good. If you got a wall nearby, stick them on a wall. We're going to Shavasana here with our legs up in the air. Our legs are not moving. They're just hanging out up here. Allow gravity to start to pull the blood back towards the heart. Arms are resting comfortably on the side. Taking nice, even inhales and exhales. Taking stock of how the body feels from before we started till now. The goal is that it feels better. I hope I didn't hurt you. Thanking your body for the work that it did today. Knowing that the 1 hour you took from yourself is probably the best hour of the day. There's 23 other hours in the day to give to others. 1 hour for yourself is all we ever ask. We're going to hold it here for 5 more breaths. Slowly release the right leg to the mat and the left leg to the mat. Pause here for a moment. Let the legs get reacquainted. Let the feet feel firm on the mat. Slightly lift the hips. Pull the block out from underneath. Bring the bum down to the mat. Let the knees touch at the top. Bring your forearms next to your body. Let your hand be on the mat and use your elbows to push yourself up into a seated posture. We bring our hands to our heart center and our thumbs to our lips and to our third eye. In a gesture of respect, we bow to one another and say, Namaste. Thanks, Mom. It was a good class for you. You can turn your sound and music back on if you want. Sound and video, I should say.